The first thing you need to do is be safe. Disconnect the appliance or turn off the breaker to avoid electric shock. Hello guys, welcome to DIY Repair Now. Today we're going to be working on an LG refrigerator. The model number it's on the display. And the problem that we have with this refrigerator is that it's not producing any ice. The ice maker is not filling up the ice bucket. So right now I'm doing a reset and it's not getting any water in, and also the mechanism is not working the way it's supposed to. So this is a clear indication that it's the ice maker. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start taking apart this ice maker housing and also the ice maker. As you see, I'm using my drill to remove a screw, but later on I'm gonna tell you that you should do it a little differently. I'm doing it the hard way, removing these 3 screws that hold in the whole assembly. And this is the last screw. Don't forget to subscribe. So this is a total of 4 screws, Phillips screws, and the whole housing is coming out. To take it apart this way is very easy. Remove the harness is just a little clip on top of the harness that you have to release. I'm going to explain that later on the video as well. And we're going to go ahead and start replacing the ice maker, and we're going to go ahead and do it in the housing first, and then we're going to go ahead and install it. That is the part number there, and we're going to go ahead and start installing the new ice maker in this housing. To be able to do this, you're going to have to remove some tape that is holding all the wiring for the old ice maker in the harness. You have a ground wire that goes all the way to the bottom to the auger motor. That is to give ground to the auger motor, which is the one makes the ice to get on the door. So just try to remove that tape, at least one side of the tape, that way you don't lose it, and just work your way around it. Sometimes it's gonna rip off the way you see on the picture, but just follow the video and you will be able to do this repair in no time. There's a thermistor there. When you remove this thermistor, most likely some of the insulation, which is something like a phone, yeah, like something like sponge. Yes, if it ripped off, just leave the piece that ripped off on the side, because you're gonna reuse that to insulate this thermistor later on. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove the 2 screws that holds the ice maker in the housing. After we try to remove the screw that was inside, as you see, that's the screw that I was trying to get to it. That is a different screw. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove these 2 screws that holds the ice maker attached to the housing. And this is what I was trying to tell you. I believe if we remove these 2 bottom screws and lose the ice maker, it would be easier for you to remove the whole thing. But if that is not possible, just follow the video and do it the way I'm doing it on the video. The reason why I mention it, because later on when I'm installing it, I decided to put those screws on the ice maker first before I put it back in the refrigerator. Now, when you remove the old ice maker, you want to find that the way this ice maker is attached on the top, it's about male to female tabs that makes the top of the ice maker holds in the housing, and the 2 screws on the bottom. Again, if this sounds confusing, I'm gonna explain it step by step while I do the installation. As you see right there, I was having a hard time because I was putting the piece As you see there, it clamps in place, but I haven't put the 2 screws on the bottom of the ice maker. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave the whole video with my complications. That way you don't make the same mistake, and this will be easier for you. As you see, I'm reusing the same piece of the foam, and go ahead and clamp the harness where it should be, and go ahead and install the ground wire that goes to the auger motor. Use a screwdriver or your Phillips screwdriver with the drill. Yeah, you're gonna have some complications with the tape. This is sort of a waterproof tape, but once you do this repair, you can use duct tape if you lose the tape or it gets damaged or wet or whatever. Just use any tape that you have around the house just to keep the wiring in place after you put it on. Again, I'm leaving everything on the video that can help you not to get in complications, and this repair goes smooth with you. If you have to watch the video a couple times to do it right, just go back and watch the video again. If you're interested in getting this part, I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link in the description of the video. That way you can get it right there in the description. Now, as you see, I forgot to put the 2 screws that holds the ice maker in place. And that's what I was telling you. It's a little clip in top of the housing. I mean, in top of the harness that it just clips in place. If you want to release it, you just have to press it and it will come right out. Now, as you see, the ice maker keeps falling because it's in the hook on top of the housing, but it doesn't have the 2 screws on the bottom of the ice maker. And that is the reason why every time I try to put it on, the ice maker is coming loose. But I realized that that is what it was happening. And I decided to remove the whole housing again and install the 2 Phillips screws that holds the ice maker in place. Again, this can happen to anybody. So just remember to install these 2 screws once you have the ice maker in place in this housing. However, everything, as you see, everything got loose while I was trying to put it in place. So what I'm going to rearrange the wire and put it the way it's supposed to. So you just have to have a lot of patience to do this, because a lot of things can get loose or something can be something can make you remove the ice maker again to make it fit right. If this wiring it's in the way in the back, it will not want to go back in place. So you just have to be patient and do it right. As you see, I'm redoing everything again because everything got loose. So if I try to put this with all this wiring hanging, or that thermistor is not in place, then we're gonna have issues later on. Just try to reuse the tape if you can. Otherwise, like I already said it, go ahead and use any electrical tape or duct tape or aluminum tape, anything that you have around the house to be able to hold the wiring in place. There's no big deal. You don't have to use the same kind of tape. This is just to hold the wiring in place. That way it's not in your way when you're putting it back together. Again, I'm clipping the harness in place, and now everything should go in smoothly. And if it's not, just try to wiggle it until it fits right. Make sure you don't force it or put it crooked or anything, because otherwise the bucket is not going to want to go in place. The bucket is where the ice drops. Go ahead and install the last 3 screws. And at this point, we're pretty much done. I'm pressing the button. There's a button on the bottom of the ice maker. Make sure you turn it on, and also it's a reset button on the bottom of the ice maker, and that's the button that you want to go ahead and press as well to find out if there's anything wrong with your ice maker. That's like a reset button. So before you buy a new ice maker, go ahead and press the reset button, and don't forget to comment in this video. And we got water coming in. So we're gonna go ahead and install the bucket in place, close the door, and that's it.
If this video helped you in any way, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for future videos. Thanks for watching.